Join us now for Get Fit on ATMC TV Channel 3, bringing you the best of Brunswick.
Hi, welcome to Body Edge Fitness Studio here in Ocean Isle. My name's Brittany, and thanks for joining us for yoga today. We're going to start in an easy pose, so you're sitting however comfortable is for you. If you prefer having a leg extended, if you've got a tight hip today, you can extend a leg, maybe both of them, or just sit in a nice cross-legged position, whatever feels good. So we'll close our eyes and start focusing on our breath. We want to get that breath nice and deep into the lower belly here. So we're inhaling through our nose, just feeling where that breath is going, and exhaling through the nose. Shoulders are relaxed, sliding down the back, and our chin is parallel with the mat. I'll walk you through your 3-part breath today. As you inhale into the lower belly, that is our first part of your 3-part breath. And you exhale from the lower belly. As you start to lengthen that inhale, we inhale to the lower belly and continue inhaling up and to the chest. And you exhale from the chest to the belly. Finding our 3rd part of our breath, we inhale to the lower belly. Continue slowly inhaling to the chest, all the way up to the top of the throat. And we exhale from the throat, the chest, and the belly. So practicing that for your next couple breaths, using the visual of pouring that breath into the body. First it drops down to the bottom of our cup, and we fill it all the way up, and we exhale, pressing it out. With your next exhale breath, we'll start warming up the neck here. Inhale, exhale, looking to the left, turning that chin over that left shoulder, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. We'll inhale back through center and looking over the left shoulder. The right shoulder. Taking a breath. We'll inhale back to center and bring the chin down towards the chest. Feel that stretch in the middle of the back here as the shoulders still dropping. With your inhale, we're going to bring that chin up all the way towards the ceiling. Let the back of the head drop slightly, but keep the neck engaged just to protect here. And from this position, we're going to let that right ear start to drop towards the shoulder, circling the chin towards the chest. Inhaling all the way back around. We'll take a couple rotations in this direction. Just moving with your breath. And we'll meet with the chin towards the chest. And slowly switch that rotation to the opposite direction. Really feeling the stretch coming from the shoulders as it reaches into the neck. And again, we'll meet with the chin hanging towards the chest, taking your time, and inhale slowly, bring it back up. All right, we'll take your time, meeting with our hands and our knees underneath those shoulders and our hips now. And we're going to find our cat and our cow flow, adding some leg lifts in between. So as we inhale, curl that tailbone up, reach the top of the head up as the belly drops. We're going to extend that right leg out. Keep the ankle flexed here. As you exhale, point the toe, bend the knee, and arch into your cat as the knee comes towards the forehead. Inhale, extending. This is our cow with our leg lifted. And exhaling to your cat, knee to forehead. Inhale and exhale. Notice the hips here as you extend that leg. Exhale, bringing it in, using that core. And we'll extend one more time. Use the exhale here to bring the knee back. Nice neutral spine, looking down at the mat. And we'll switch sides. So inhale to your cow, sinking that belly low. Extend the left leg. Heel is pressing away from the body. Point the toe, arching to cat. Knee to forehead. And you move at your own pace here with these flows. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely. Pressing through the fingers, one more inhale, and we'll exhale, return the knee. And walk the hands just a few inches in front of those shoulders, finding a modified plank. We're going to squeeze the belly here as we tuck the elbows in towards the body. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Dropping the hips, we inhale to a baby cobra, lengthening the neck. Exhale, push it back to a child's pose. Exhaling completely. Inhale, we shift forward, finding a nice plank flow here. You can do this at your own pace. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. So this is warming up the entire body, flowing the spine all the way from the tailbone to the top of the head. We're opening up those vertebrae. We're also loosening the hips, strengthening the arms, and working the core. All right, with your last child's pose, we'll take a few breaths right here. Maybe shifting from side to side. Just moving back to your breathing rhythm. Very nice. So with your next inhale, we'll come back into that modified plank. Moving through plank to downward facing dog, we're curling the toes under and lifting the hips. So continuing to focus on those hamstrings and those hips. We want the neck dropped. Or the head drops, the neck is relaxed. We're going to exhale, bend those knees, dipping down slightly. And as we inhale, extend through the legs. Feel the tailbone reaching towards the ceiling. And flowing here again at your own pace. Exhale, we dip the knees. Keep those arms strong. And inhale, lengthen through the back of the legs. Keep the chest open. Crown of the head moves towards the mat as the tailbone reaches up towards the sky. And one last press into your downward facing dog. And we'll drop to those knees. Coming through the modified plank once again, we're going to bring that right foot forward. Finding a nice high lunge here. We're on our fingertips. We're going to find that toe on the left foot curling under. We're going to lift off of that knee for a high lunge. All right, so we're going to swish our hips from side to side here. Just sway gently to the left and then the right. As you inhale, we're going to lift those hips up. Let the crown of the head drop. Exhale, sink them low. Open the chest. Inhale, lifting. Press through that front foot. Exhale, sink. Press through the heel. Inhale up. And feel those hips opening as you exhale, lengthening through the spine, letting the hips drop. Inhale, and one last exhale. Very nice. Frame the foot with the hand. We're going to step that right foot back to your plank on your knees here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, drop the hips. Find that baby cobra. And exhale to your child's pose or your downward facing dog. Your choice here. Exhale completely. And we'll come back to those knees on your modified plank and switch sides. So the left foot's going to come forward now. Stay on those fingertips, curl the toes on the right foot, and lift the knee. Swaying the hips to the right and then to the left. Inhale, lifting those hips, letting the head drop. As you exhale, sink the hips, open the chest. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, sinking. Staying strong in that front foot. It's going to help engage the thigh, letting the hips sink even more. Inhale, lifting, exhale, sinking. Very nice. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, let it sink just a little more. And we'll find those hands on the mat. Step it back to your plank. And one more little half series here. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale to your cobra. And exhale to your child's pose. Very nice. Breathing here. While you're in your child's pose, you can separate those knees a little bit. That's going to make some room for that chest to sink even closer to the mat. And just let the breath here really release the hips. One more breath. And as you take your next inhale, we're going to walk those hands towards the body, gently stacking the spine as you go. Meeting in our hero's pose. And if this isn't comfortable for you to sit on your knees as so, you can do this on your sits bones, sitting in a nice easy pose as well. So we'll start off by bringing the hands behind the body. Elbows are slightly bent, shoulders are dropping, and those palms are coming together. This is your option 1. Option 2 can be grabbing those elbows and holding onto them. That's going to open the chest just a little bit more, but it's also a little more pressure on the shoulders. Option number 3, if you have no rotator cuff issues, clasp those hands, keep the elbows slightly bent, and open that chest. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Let the shoulders be heavy. The chin is parallel with the mat still. Feel that expansion on the inhale. And let those shoulders squeeze together on the exhale. Very nice. With an exhale, we're slowly releasing and bring those hands back in front of the body. We'll shift over to our sits bones now, coming back into an easy pose. Again, however comfortable is for you. Take a few moments, finding those sits bones. We'll close our eyes and just bring that focus back to the breath. This is the time of your practice where you want to just clear your mind, focus on the good, maybe some things that you want to be thankful for. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Hello, my name's Michelle, and I'd like to welcome you to our Pilates class today. I'd also like to thank Betsy and Kathy for helping us out with our class. Thanks for being here. We're going to start off by standing up in our Pilates V. And when we stand in a Pilates V, we put our heels together and we turn our feet out. And that really helps us to tuck our rear end under, scoop our abs to keep that core nice and tight. Also, we think about our posture. We put the shoulders down and back and stand up nice and straight and tall. Let's go into some breathing. We're going to put our hands together in the prayer position. It's so important to have deep breathing in our Pilates session. Let's take a nice inhale. Take our hands back as we inhale. Exhale, let's bring those hands all the way up to the ceiling and pull them back down to the prayer position. Let's inhale again. Exhale. Pilates breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's do one more, filling those lungs deeply. Exhaling as we pull the hands back to our heart center. We're going to reach down and get our bands and start warming up with our bands today. The exercise bands are a wonderful tool. Let's go ahead. Let's take our bands, put them right out in front of our chest. We're going to warm up our arms today by simply pulling out on the band and releasing. Inhale deeply. Keep breathing. Exhale when you pull the band out. In Pilates, we want to exhale during the more challenging part of the movement. Pull it out strong. Good. Let's take it out for 3, warming up those biceps. 2. The last one, hold it out. I want you to really pull it strong, and let's pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Put that band down for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Let's raise the band up above our heads as we continue to warm up. Let's warm up those shoulders. Pull that band out nice and strong and release. Remember, we're standing up nice and straight and tall. Deep breathing to warm up these arms. Get that blood moving. Let's take it for 3, 2, and the last one. Hold it out. I want you to really pull strongly on that band, and let's pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And take the band down. Let's put it down. We'll get back to it later. Everyone, let's come to the end of the mat. We're going to scoop our abs before we go down to the mat. That means that we want to hold that navel to spine contraction. In Pilates, this is our core or our powerhouse. Let's take a good breath. Drop that chin to chest. Put the hands on the front of your thighs, and I want you to slowly start to slide down toward the mat, going into what we call forward fold. Now, we'd like our hands to get on the mat. If you need to bend your knees to do that, that's fine. Otherwise, let's keep those legs straight. Take a nice breath, and let's slowly start to walk the hands out. We're going into a plank position. A plank can be a very challenging position to hold, but it's a great one for building strength and building bone density. If the plank becomes too difficult, you can drop down to your knees. We want to show you all kinds of modifications. If you can hold the plank, the full plank, let's come up. Make sure you continue to breathe. Always. Let's push the right heel down to the mat and bend the left knee. And then we're going to bring that right knee towards the mat and push the left heel down. And let's alternate. Breathing, good. Warming up those calves and ankles. Good, let's do it for 2 and switch. Last 1 and switch. Good. And let's hold that plank for a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower yourself down to the mat. Very good. Let's go ahead. We're going to push ourselves back into a prayer position. A prayer position is great to relieve tension in that lower back. Stretching out those arms and take another deep breath. From here, let's come up. We're going to turn around. We're going to get ready to do what we call a reverse plank. A reverse plank, we want to start off by having the knees bent, feet on the mat. The hands are in back of us. When we lift up, just be careful if your wrists or your shoulders bother you. I want you to lift up carefully. We want to take an inhale, exhale, lift the chest up off the mat. Really holding that strong. Trying to get your midsection parallel to the floor. Good. And let's drop it back down. Very nice. Take another inhale, exhale, and let's take it up again. Holding it. Good. Of course, listening to those arms and shoulders. And take it back down. All right, one more time. Let's inhale, exhale it up. Strengthening those arms. Wonderful. And take it back down. All right, you can continue with the modified, or if you want to go to the full plank, reverse plank, let's stretch out the legs. We're going to take a nice inhale, exhale, and now lift ourselves up. Good. Holding that position and taking it down. If you want to do the modified, please do what works for you. Inhale, let's exhale it up again. And take it down. The next time you can hold the regular plank, or if you'd like to lift your legs up, let's try that version. Inhale, exhale, take it up. Either hold up here, or if you want to try, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling and take it down. Inhale, exhale that left leg up strong and take it down. Let's try one more on each side if you're able to. Right leg up and down, and left leg up, reach it up and down. Good, hold that plank straight and drop it down. Very good. Now let's hinge forward. We're going to stretch out that lower back. Sometimes we like to use a ring or a band if we can't reach down to the ankles. That helps us. And let's slowly lay back on the mat and pick up our band. We're going to start to do our leg circles. The band, again, is a great tool. Really helps us with our flexibility. Let's hook that right foot with that band and enjoy that stretch. The opposite leg can stay bent for more stability or straight. It's up to you. Turn the foot out in that Pilates V. And let's start circling around, opening up that hip and breathing. We want to make sure that we allow these hips to move in their full range of motion. Stretching. Let's take it for 3. Bring it around nice and strong and controlled. 2. Good. The last one. We stop at the top. All right. And yes, let's reverse that circle. Opposite direction. If your body starts to rock around, bring that opposite leg up for a little more stability. Otherwise, let's keep going in these nice smooth circles. Let's take it for 3, 2, and the last one. Good. Stop at the top. Give it that beautiful stretch. And let's switch legs now. Let's take the left leg up, hook up the left foot. Opposite leg either bent or straight. Turn your foot out in that Pilates V. And let's circle around. Remember, Joseph Pilates put this program together in the 1920s. He really was a pioneer in putting together a program that would keep us young, the muscles nice and flexible and strong. Let's take it for 3, 2, good, last one, good work. Let's stop at the top, give it that stretch, and reverse that circle. Open up that hip as wide as you can. Pilates is about challenging yourself, taking it nice and strong and powerful. Good, let's take it for 3, 2, and the last one. Good, stop at the top, stretch, and let's put that band down. From here, we're going to go into some scissoring movements. You might want to put your hands under your tailbone for a little more support, or you can hold the back of your legs. Let's take those legs up nice and straight and strong. Breathe, and let's start our scissors. Keep those legs straight. If you want a little more core action, a little more challenge to the abs, you can look up, look at your abs, or you can keep your head rested back, up to you. And keep breathing. Let's do it for 3, 2, and the last one. Let's keep those legs up nice and straight. Let's lift up and go into a single leg stretch. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and hold the back of our thighs, the calves, or ankles, up to you. Pull one straight leg in, and then switch to the other. Keep breathing. Challenge yourself. That's what our goal is. Everyone's so different. You want to make it count. Let's do it for 3, switch, 2, switch, and the last one. Pull it tight. All right, very good. Let's bring those knees in, rest that head back. Get that breath. We're going to put our hands now in back of our legs as we start rolling like a ball. So we're going to lift up. We're going to start rocking, allowing the weight of our legs to push into our hands, and that's going to help us to roll up more easily. Good, let's take it for 3, 2, the last one. Let's come all the way up, and let's stop, and let's try to keep those feet lifted. Good job. All right, put your feet down. Let's grab our bands. We're going to do a little more band work here as we come down home stretch. This is called our roll up. Let's take the band and hook it around our feet, sitting up nice and straight and tall as we use the band to help us with our rolling up. We're going to tuck the chin to chest, C-curve the back, and let's slowly allow ourselves to go back to what we call our challenge point. That means we're going to go back, keeping those heels glued to the floor as far as you can. Challenge those abs, and let's come up, sitting up nice and tall, and let's do it again, chin to chest, C-curve that back, and drop it down, challenge yourself. That's what it's all about, personal to your fitness level, and let's take it back up. This time, chin to chest, C-curve, let's go all the way back to the floor, nice and slow and steady. We're going to drop your band to the side, or you might keep it if you want to. If you want to continue doing a roll-up with the band, you feel free. Otherwise, stretch those arms and legs out. Take a nice inhale. Let's lift. And do a strong roll-up. And come back down. Making sure your back isn't in any pain. Your feet start to fly off the floor. Then you go back to a modification. Breathing. And whatever version you're doing, let's do 2 more. And we're going to end sitting up. Good work. Feel that core lifting. Very nice. And one last stretch in the front. And let's swing our legs around to the center. We're going to sit in our lotus position. As we take one more final deep cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose.